Hello YouTube, J-Bob the Video Game Slob, coming back at ya. Little rating the local game stores action today. Haven't done this in a while. Doing really good in the month of January sales-wise. And so, we got to make sure we got the stock of the best games on our shelves. And we can't have people going out to those other game stores thinking they're going to get a good deal, they're going to get a good find, that kind of thing. So yeah, my buddy owns the biggest GameStop game shop in this town. My other friend owns one the next town south. But to the north, every now and then we got to do a raiding party because he's busy with the store. He doesn't get up and do this stuff anymore. Years ago, it used to be fun breaking out and doing this stuff together. But those days are dead and gone for him. I'm just a schmuck, so got to do what we got to do. Let's start out with the thing here. There was like $2 or $3 each on these. The Final Fantasy 15 Day 1 edition. And it has all the little inserts in it too, which is pretty good. So, yeah, I forget exactly what that was. Maybe $5, something like that, $4. I think this was 2 for the Mass Effect Andromeda. And again, I've said this before. Nobody's buying these things. Like, nobody wants Xbox One games. These had obviously sat around for a while if I could come back after a couple months and they were sitting on the shelves. And so, yeah, this was $3, $4, something like that. And God, the Saints Row series is so great. I looked this up and I was like, please tell me I haven't beaten the remastered version. But no, I've beaten the first, or the original, not the first one. The original like 2-3 times. And then I had already beaten that one. I think, yeah, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was $2. We're really in a situation where all these Xbox One, PS4 games are all getting to be the same price as 360 stuff was, where nobody collected it and nobody wanted it. And again, are these going to go out on the shelves right now? Probably not. Let's let them marinate for, a couple of years, and then they'll be worth, 2 and 3 times as much as they're paying now. The guy hooked me up with this because it was a loose disc for $1. It could use buffed, but it'll play just fine. It's in, I would say very good, not excellent or near mint or anything, but, for $1, we're not going to turn that down. We may have an empty box for that one. Kind of grody, as you can see, something happened there with the sticker. But for $1, these action sports games, you put 5 or 6 on them, you're doing okay. Again, $1 for Call of Duty Ghosts. Not the greatest deal, but for some reason that game keeps selling for $4. It was loose, but it had the manual here. These really early SmackDown versus Raws are pretty good before they got into the 2K era. This one's like $14, maybe $13 as a single disc, but again, for $1, you're not going to turn that down. Hunt for a box, maybe in the basement or at my buddy's store, and hopefully one of us will have one. And then you got something pretty good there. Again, probably a flyer to take this for $1. But when I go in, I just buy everything. It's scorched earth. I don't leave anything behind. I'm not sure if I have this or not. If I don't have it for the collection, a great pickup for $1. Even if I don't, I'll probably just put $4 on it, something like that. This game wouldn't have been bad for $1, but I picked it up and I was like, that's kind of heavy, and the box is sort of jacked, but, that's weird. But for $1, I'm not going to turn that down. And then inside it was a jam-pack demo disc. We did get the manual. We got a Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And these Bratz games tend to be more expensive than you would think. So yeah, we got a Bratz game on top of it. So 3 loose games, 1 manual, and some cover art for $1. Is it what I wanted? Probably not, but for $1, we're not turning that down. This was just cool. This may go into the collection. The Resident Evil Afterlife 3D. It's probably hard to see, but it has the shadow box 3D layered effect there. So that's pretty cool. Blu-ray 3Ds for $1 are tough to come by. Different game stores, we're going through these for $1. But, another game store, another Call of Duty Ghosts. What more can you say? Pretty beat up Batman Arkham City. Will I die with a million Batman Arkham whatevers on the PS3 and 360 in my collection? Almost as assuredly as I will die with a bunch of these Assassin's Creeds, be they Revelation or whatever else. But the important part is you just keep stacking them up, and whenever one sells, there's more than enough to take its place. These were $2.50, again, not in the greatest condition, but the discs were in great shape, so that's all that matters. Again, I have a ton of these. I'm just sort of stacking them up. I would be shocked if I don't have 5 copies of each of the, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 in stock. People don't seem to be buying them at that high of a rate as I get them in, but they're wrestling games and they're $2.50. I'm not going to turn that down. And then the sealed copy of Stray, it's got a little whatever to the plastic there. But, $15, it's like, the game's worth that, anyway. I do want to play this, so I'm kind of sad that it is sealed, but I don't own it in any form, so for $15, we'll take it. But it was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, how much is that? And $15 because there's no thing on it. And of course, it comes with the cards. And he goes, all right, but it is still wrapped in the plastic. Is that going to be okay? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. The one local game store is doing dollar manuals, and they almost all suck, and they're almost all pointless. But every time they've had these NES game like manuals or inserts, I've been picking them up because this is the kind of stuff, now that people are grading these games, you're going to need this to get complete, graded copies for your WATA and that kind of thing. Kind of memey there with the bicep and all that. And, none of those games are really all that great. But, for $1, are you going to turn down an original NES poster? It's like thinking of how many of those must have gone missing over the years. It's like there can't be a ton of these left. And so for $1, we'll stack those up all day. We kind of just had to raid all their good games. That is missing the back sticker, but who cares? Nobody buying GoldenEye is going to care. Same with these. It's like, I know the book value on these is probably close to the $10 that I paid for them, but they're 3DS Nintendo first-party games. Not going to turn those down for $10 any day of the week. Can always use tested working first-party PS3 controllers for $9. So we had to pick that up. Again, the gold original print, collector's print, whatever you want to call that, of the Zelda. We're buying those all day to keep out of the competition's hands. I bought those Pokemon games that I showed off in a video a little while ago. The ones I put in the showcase just evaporated immediately. And so, this time of year, we can never have too many Pokemon games, $20 a pop. I know that's going to say that's probably what they're worth in VGPC. But if you know, and if you sell stuff retail this time of year, people are just coming in and they're picking it up and they don't care. They're going to pay a premium for it. They don't mind. Really nice PS4 controller to go with my $49 PS4 500 gig. Again, is that what, and it needs cleaned up. Is that what GameStop would pay you? Yeah, probably. But I've been getting 110 out of them, so as many as I can keep buying for $50, I'm going to keep doing. And that's just sort of the end of the story there. I'm sure the math doesn't work out. I'm sure smarter YouTubers here are going to tell you that's not how you scale and that's not how you get rich and blah, 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 blah. But you're with J-Bob, the video game slob, the guy that's happy going, well, I'll make $40 off that. And every time you can make $40, you can buy yourself a whole bunch of games that you find for $1 and $5 and $10, on your own. Here you go. Here's your $15 rare game, and that's probably $40 if I looked up the value online. And so that's how you build a bankroll. That's how you build a collection. That's why you go out and hunt the competition and buy all their stuff, so that when people go there, they go, oh, this guy's got nothing. Why am I stopping here? If I only got time to go out in one place, I'm going to go hit up J-Bob's. So there you go. That's what we're into today. J-Bob, the video game slob. Over.